It's MasterChef.
I can barely begin to imagine how much winning MasterChef would mean to me.
2 expert judges to test them at the highest level.
We're looking for a great amateur cook who can make it as a professional.
Someone who can turn out exceptional food.
Cooking is exciting. It's the most pleasurable thing in the world.
This is one tough competition.
I think with a little bit of effort, I can win MasterChef.
For whoever wins, it'll change their life. Cooking doesn't get tougher than this.
These 6 contestants all want to become the next star restaurant chef, but only one will get through to the quarter-final. They face 3 tough tests. They have to invent a dish from scratch.
This will kill you. So I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat the chook.
They have to survive the pressure of a professional kitchen.
Quickly, I'll be replating the whole dish again.
And impress the judges with their own recipes.
Oh, yum.
All in just 2 days.
If you can make food that we'd like to eat, I promise you, you will be going through to the next round. Let's cook.
It's the quick elimination test. Deciding which 3 stay are judges John Turode.
I do not want anybody today chucking all the ingredients in and stir-frying it all together and saying, I think that might taste good.
And Gregg Wallace.
Right now, right here, is where you have to show us what a great cook you are.
The contestants have 40 minutes to invent a dish from any of today's ingredients, including chicken breast, broccoli, mange tout, spring onions, ricotta cheese, peaches, cashews, white chocolate, and short crust pastry. High-flying management consultant Sandeep thinks cooking could be his next career move.
I've just hit 40, and this is when you really know where you want to go, and you also know how you want to do it. You need to do something in life which you really love doing every day, and I feed people and I get enjoyment out of doing it.
PR exec Maris lives in Inverness-shire, but her cookery inspiration comes from further away.
My style of cooking probably is southwestern France. That rustic, rough French style of cooking is my preference.
Maris, you've got a big smile on your face. You're obviously enjoying yourself.
Very much so, yes.
Why are you here?
I have a very old house that I've been rebuilding for 4 years in France, and I want to have a chambre d'hôte, basically, in...
A B&B?
Something a little bit more upmarket.
And what are you going to cook that's going to get you through?
A kind of frittata-ish thing happening here, yeah.
Are you a good cook, though, Maris? That's the question.
I like to think I am, actually, John, yeah. And I try really hard to be, but I do make mistakes, and I'm hoping that this frittata is not going to be one of them.
Northumbrian builder Mark has 2 great passions in life, riding his horses and cooking.
I get quite excited about food because it's this idea you can make so many people so happy with the basic, simple ingredients.
What sort of cook are you, Mark?
I like my roast beef, I like my Yorkshire pudding, nothing too fancy.
Why are you standing here in MasterChef, stirring a white sauce, sweating and toiling?
Because I feel that I could rise to the challenge. I've accomplished something in my life and I'd like to try and have a go at accomplishing something else with those life skills I've picked up along the way.
You are halfway. Get a move on.
Well, I've always cooked from quite an early age. I come from a large Turkish family, and being the eldest daughter, it's quite a natural thing for me to cook.
Fatima, what have you got on the go there for us?
Well, I'm going to cook at sort of a Thai-style chicken.
Where are you from, Fatima?
I'm originally from Turkey, but I grew up in Melbourne.
And you've learnt the Southeast Asian style in Australia?
Yes, I had a lot of friends who were Vietnamese and Thai growing up there in Melbourne.
Do you think your food's going to be good enough?
I think my food's fantastic. It's just whether you like it or not.
Well done, well said.
Thanks, okay,
Journalist Tim relishes the artistic side of food.
Cooking's a very creative outlet for me, where I can try different things, different flavours, colours, textures, put those together to create something that's quite special and personal to me.
What are you going to make for us?
I'm going to make you broccoli, ricotta and spring onion tart. I'm going to blind bake the pastry.
You say you're going to brine bake the pastry, but what we've got now is you've got the pastry with the rice inside. Quite a lot of that rice is going to stick to the tart, isn't it?
I shouldn't have thought so, no, it should be okay.
OK, perfect.
With minutes to go, Tim realises the rice has stuck to the pastry and he has to start from scratch. PhD student Catherine is so obsessed by food it consumes every part of her life.
I think in terms of food, my wedding dress isn't red and white, it's claret and cream. My favourite colour isn't brown, it's chocolate.
Catherine, do you think you've got what it takes to be MasterChef?
Yeah, I think I do. I think I've got the passion to really push myself, to measure myself up against the rest of the country.
What are you going to prepare for us?
I'm going to make a caramelised peach tart.
Good luck.
Thank you.
1 minute, guys. Should be going on your plate now. 1 minute.
Time's up. Finished. That's it.
Turkish-born Fatima is hoping to impress with honey and soy chicken with spicy rice.
It's tasty enough. Lots of separate flavours there. Ginger, spring onion, coriander, the soy, the honey. The confidence in which you started, the way in which you thought about the dish, makes me think you can cook.
Good chicken flavour, punch of chilli coming through the rice, hint of coriander. I think you're an honest cook. I think you're probably a decent cook.
Builder Mark's hopes rest on chicken Ballantine with mange tout, baby corn and broccoli.
We have a little bit of a problem because one side is not cooked.
Yeah.
That there is raw, whereas the other side is dry and probably overcooked. The white sauce is tasty. It goes really nice with the broccoli.
We know that this bit isn't cooked, but the bit of the chicken that I took was moist. It's all well seasoned. I think you probably do a bit of cooking, Mark.
PR exec Maris loves rustic French food, but is counting on a frittata with a herb and tomato salad to get her through.
You have made a frittata. I don't think it's a bad frittata. A nice bit of pepper in there.
It's more of a herb, potato and onion omelette. I think there's great intention.
Management consultant Sandy wants to show his skill with glazed chicken and stir-fried mixed vegetables with cashew nuts.
Your chicken's raw. I can't eat that. You've taken its feathers off, and I thank you for that, but that's about as far as we got. Sandy, you must be hugely disappointed.
Yeah, I didn't quite expect that in the middle.
This will kill you. So I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat the chook. Please tell me it's not really you.
It is not.
No. You had a bad day, didn't you?
PhD student Catherine is banking on her peach tart with white chocolate sauce.
Crumbly, sweet pastry, fruit's nicely cooked. I think the whole thing is a rip-roaring success.
The peaches are delicious. They're not too sweet. The pastry is lovely and crumbly. Do you think you're good enough to actually get a long way in this competition?
Yeah, I think I do. And I really, really want to try.
After his pastry disaster, journalist Tim has just managed to produce a broccoli and ricotta tart.
Would you like me to hold your hand through this, Tim?
No, I'm a big boy, I can take it.
All right,
just give it everything you got. I know what I've done. As I think you probably suspected, the pastry didn't cook in time, so it looks like someone stood in it.
I said to you about the blind baking of the tart. You did put the rice straight in amongst the pastry.
Yeah. Quickly realised what I'd done. The thought of you as I threw it in the bin, and then started again, but wasn't enough time to get it cooked all the way through.
It's not cooked yet, so picking up a little bit of raw egg and a crunch of raw broccoli.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not even going to taste it.
Fair enough.
The pastry's raw, the filling's raw, you've got ricotta, you've got raw egg in there, haven't you? I think we both really feel for you, Tim.
3 of you be going through, and you know the rest. Thank you. We are looking for the people that can step up and possibly work as a pro. And in order to do that, of course, they have to be able to cook. And there are two people here who didn't demonstrate any ability to cook at all. One of which is Tim, who after 40 minutes gave us the 1950s blob on a plate. It was green, it was slimy. I think I could see its heart beating at one point. It doesn't get worse than that.
It was just slop on a plate.
Went pretty badly. Just made a basic technical error with cooking the pastry the first time out. And then from that point onwards, I knew I'd had it, really.
Sandeep served up a raw chicken breast. I mean, a chicken breast takes a couple of minutes to cook. How long did that go in there for?
Sandeep goes home. OK, let's talk about the people who got it right.
Fatima.
Fatima cooked very well today.
It looked good and it tasted lovely. You know, the soy and the honey on that chicken worked perfectly. The lady's got what looks to be a decent palate and understands food. She's in.
She's in.
Right, Tim and Sandeep are going home. Fatima is staying with us. I like Catherine.
Well, I like Catherine. Peach tart was well done, crumbly pastry. If it was served to you, you would eat it.
Let's put her in.
Catherine in?
Catherine in.
Let's talk about Mark.
Yeah, all right. John, Mark is attempting a ballantine and attempting a white sauce. You wouldn't do that if you weren't a cook.
My concern with Mark right now is that actually the chicken wasn't cooked.
I'd like to think I was going through to the next round and hope that I've done enough with the dish I've cooked today.
We haven't talked about Maris yet.
No, well, I think it's bad enough that all you're going to do is make a frittata. Even if it was a good frittata, she's showing us nothing about what sort of cook she is.
I don't rate my chances at all of going through to the next round. Very disappointed with what I did.
Look, I understand what you're saying about the frittata, but imagine going around to a friend's house. First course, the frittata. Do you eat it or not eat it?
You eat it.
Second course is that raw chicken.
You don't eat it. Yeah, but this isn't going round to visit your favourite aunt.
But the food's got to be edible. You have to be able to eat it.
She didn't attempt anything. This is the problem. I mean, 40 minutes, an omelette, it's not good enough, John.
I think raw chicken is just no good.
Right, fine.
That's my point. Who will it be? For three of you, it could be the start of a great journey. For three of you, unfortunately, you're going home.
Sandeep and Tim, you are leaving us, gentlemen. Sorry. Fatima, you are most certainly staying with us.
Well done.
Catherine, you're also staying with us, Catherine. Oh, Mark and Maris. Mark, I'm sorry, Mark, you're leaving us. Well done, Maris.
Well done, guys.
Fantastic. I feel really excited and absolutely delighted.
Numb, shocked, delighted, everything. Yeah, all the emotions. I can't believe that it's me. It feels fantastic to have got through today.
For the moment, they can relax. But tomorrow, the pressure is on as they face two more daunting tests. It's early morning on day 2, and the contestants arrive at Jean, a stylish fusion restaurant in central London.
4 covers, 3 duck, 1 mullet, 1 linguine, 1 mutton, 2 barramundi.
Head chef Simon Duff is expecting a hectic lunchtime service and demands the highest standards from his new team.
The quality is always perfect. I taste everything. Nothing goes out until it's seen by me and done by me, so hope you enjoy.
The restaurant's filling up and the orders are coming in.
3 covers, 3 amuse-bouche, 3 Jan salad, 2 barramundi, 1 linguine.
PhD student Catherine's dish is a complex starter of soy-marinated duck with confit fennel and crispy pancetta. It's 10 minutes into service and she's already struggling to meet the chef's exacting standards.
Catherine, why is the ring at the top of the plate again? Huh? Where does it go? So get a new plate, do it again, yeah?
I find this experience very difficult. At home, food's a lot more basic and straightforward.
Take what you need onto the plate. It's not in the centre of the plate, so we'll start again because now we've messed the plate up. We got 2 new plates. Let's go again. Quickly, we've got to send this, yeah? 1 venison, 1 barramundi away, please.
PR exec Maris has been assigned a fish dish of barramundi and baby squid with a tempura courgette flour. But on her first attempt, she makes a simple mistake.
Hope you haven't stuck that fish there.
It's stuck, chef.
Cook it again, we'll call it again. The fish cooking, she's got to work on quite a lot, but I think she's going to get there on the next one. We'll see. Fatima, 2 mutton. You're up, come on, pans on.
Meanwhile, Fatima is making a cannon of mutton with pistachio crust, watercress and a fried oyster.
Fatima, can you please answer, yeah? So you've heard me?
Sorry, darling.
Yeah?
Yes, chef.
My mother calls me darling, yeah?
Sorry.
Not my chef.
Sorry, chef.
Thank you.
And that's not the only thing Fatima has to learn in the pro kitchen.
Can we not do it on the meat board, please? Can we not do it on the meat board, please?
Sorry.
Thank you.
You have to have your wits about you.
Fatima, you need to concentrate, please.
Sorry, love. Sorry, chef.
Listen to what we're saying.
Fatima's trying hard to work faster.
Quickly, Obi, replating the whole dish again. Fatima.
But it's a case of more haste, less speed, and it's leading to mistakes.
Fatima, you didn't put the oysters on, they almost went out.
Sorry.
Don't say sorry.
French guy. Sorry. I knew it looked a bit empty.
While Fatima is struggling to fit into the kitchen, Maris has learnt from her mistakes and is cooking superb food.
Looking good, Marius.
Thank you, chef.
And Catherine has also improved rapidly.
Lovely.
With her presentation problems behind her, she's sending out perfect plates.
Service table 2, please.
After a stressful few hours, head chef Simon meets John and Greg.
Simon, thanks very much looking after our 3 contestants. How'd they get on?
Fatima during service was doing okay, but she flapped around quite a lot. A bit unorganised, and when Fatima went for something, she went back and forth between the benches quite often, which was wasting a lot of time.
Tell me about Maris.
She coped quite well, very organised. Everything set out and did quite a fantastic job, actually.
And what about Catherine?
Catherine was struggling with the presentation, getting the actual dish right. She's quite quiet and not really, a bit reserved. By the last couple of dishes, Catherine was serving some nice food.
If you were going to work side by side with one of these people, which one would it be?
At the end of the day, Maris was the one for me, I think. She cooked the fish probably better. She was organised. She had a feel for it. She actually enjoyed what she was doing.
Now they're straight back to MasterChef HQ to cook their best 2-course meal. Yesterday, passionate cook Catherine impressed the judges with her peach tart, but in the restaurant her presentation skills weren't quite up to the mark. PR exec Maris scraped through the first test with her frittata, but her skills came to the fore in the pro kitchen. Can she keep up this momentum and gain a place in the quarter-final? Turkish-born Fatima floundered under pressure, but her Thai chicken was a success. Will she find her form again to win the final test?
You have 1 hour. Ladies, let's cook.
They have just 1 hour to cook a 2-course meal of their own design. Only one of them will win a place in Thursday's quarter-final. Fatima is attempting to mix food cultures with a bold menu.
Tell us what you're doing for us today.
You're going to get modern Turkish with a Spanish twist. White gazpacho with almonds and grapes. And for the main course, we're having quail stuffed with nuts on a bed of roast oranges with watercress.
The deal is that you're trying to fuse different continents, different things together.
I want to delight people with the flavours that delight me.
Fatima's food is really interesting because it's taking on different cultures. The idea of a white gazpacho, done well, it's fantastic.
There we go, this beautiful quail stuffed with all sorts of gorgeous things. Her food is unusual and quite exciting.
You have had 10 minutes already.
Maris is sticking to the classic French food she loves and hopes to serve in her dream B&B in the south of France.
Maris, you have a lot of ingredients here. What are you doing for us?
I'm doing a meal feu of salmon and sour cream.
Puff pastry and salmon.
Yeah, more or less.
Why the choice of this food, Maris?
Because it also reminds me of France.
Today, are you confident you're going to impress us?
I hope so, yes. I impressed myself when I made this the first time. It tasted so good.
Now, that's exciting food. I want to eat all of it.
The thing that worries me the most, though, the thing I think is a big problem for her, is the salmon is an oily fish, puff pastry is made of butter, and the two together become very, very greasy and not particularly palate cleansing at all.
PhD student Catherine wants to prove her obsession with food has made her a skillful cook.
Catherine, what courses are going to make you a quarter-finalist?
Baked cod with saffron rice.
It sounds slightly incomplete.
I could bombard you with endless fuss, give myself a heart attack in the process, but I actually like food that's simple.
Catherine, you are formidable.
She's confident. Now, she's got cod cooked in white wine, basically sitting on top of a saffron risotto. I don't particularly like the sound of that, but I look at her, she went, oh, no, 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 it's subtle flavours, it's good. And I think, OK.
Now that Catherine has been so vocal about what she promises, her food has to deliver.
1 minute.
That's it, guys, all over.
Can Fatima succeed with her diverse menu of almond and grape white gazpacho with great molasses, followed by quail stuffed with fruit and nuts on a bed of oranges and watercress?
The overriding power and flavour for me is garlic. The sweetness of the grape. Fatima, this is very, very game food to be doing. It's very exciting food.
Garlic, almond, cream. I like your style. I like your bravery. That doesn't particularly work for me. Garlic and grape is a combination that I'm not used to.
Should we move from starter to main course? Sweet orange, luscious, delicious, really well cooked quail. It's fantastic.
Thanks.
Really, really fantastic.
It's a very nicely cooked bird, very nicely. But I get a sort of citrus and sweetness that I'm not quite used to. But I do admire your crusading style.
Thank you.
Has Maris managed to pull off her classic continental dishes of millefeuille of salmon, sour cream and spinach, followed by rack of lamb niçoise with roasted vine tomatoes?
Now, there's a lot of liquid coming out of there. It's pastry first, sour cream afterwards, and then in comes the salmon with a little bit of lemon there, sharpness. It's not bursting with flavour. I think it's very, very pretty.
I get the texture of the pastry and the salmon, really understand it. But it's a bit flabby. Right. The spinach is there, but actually doesn't give much flavour. I like the way your mind works. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah. First of all, that tomato, because you warm the tomato through, so it just bursts with fruit. Really good. And I'm hitting that lamb that is big and meaty, and I'm picking up freshness of herb and courgette. That's good.
Sweet tomatoes, rich lamb, lovely raw parsley, potatoes and olives. Delicious. I think you cook really well, Maris.
Catherine's bidding for the quarter-final place with poached cod on a bed of saffron rice with roast tomatoes, followed by margarita syllabub with salted cookies.
I've got to say, both your dishes are very, very elegant. Cod, saffron, starchy rice. Delicious. It really challenges your palate.
You get fruity tomato at the start, and you get the heady saffron, almost metallic at the end. I think you're almost there.
It's sour from the lime, it's sweet from the sugar, then the saltiness of that biscuit. It's a really interesting idea. I think that you can cook very, very well.
Oh, yum. Oh, and it keeps on coming. You get tequila, you get tequila heat, you get lemon sharpness, you get a little bit of sweetness, it's creamy, you get salt, and then you get buttery biscuit.
I'd normally make it with a little more tequila, but I didn't want to overpower you.
I think that's really good and really clever. You guys have done some really good stuff today. We're going to have to choose one of you. Off you go. Wow, there was some good cooking in here today, John. This judging isn't easy.
Honestly, today I am really, really lost.
Wow, Fatima is an experimental but extremely knowledgeable, daring and interesting cook.
I don't believe that Fatima's starter worked. That garlic was just way overpowering. It was like garlic soup.
It really failed with the garlic. I can't believe I added too much garlic, and I made a simple mistake like that.
But I like the taste of her quail.
I think the quails were really well cooked. I think the idea was really, really nice. The idea of the orange with it, it just worked. It really, really worked.
There's something in me that wants to see more and more of her food.
Maris. The idea of salmon and pastry together was always going to be watery.
Wasn't hugely packed full of flavour.
I'd like to have a place in the quarterfinal. Whether or not I deserve that place, the way I feel right now, I'm not sure.
But the lamb and that herb crust was just yummy.
The lamb was definitely the star of the show. Delicious. Catherine. Fish poached in chablis. Rice, saffron. Clever cookery.
To serve that up as simply as that, tomato on fish, on rice, wallop, gone, that's brave. And then to follow it up with syllabub and a biscuit, that's it. John, it was dancing all over my palate.
Fantastic.
I've had a wonderful day and I've really enjoyed myself. So I'm hopeful, but I don't think I'll get through.
OK, here we go. Quarterfinal place. 3 great cooks. Where do we go from here?
With 3 strong cooks like this, you have to go with your real gut feeling. Our quarter-finalist is Catherine. Well done.
Congratulations.
I'm very pleased to have come this far in MasterChef. Obviously, I'd like to have gone on further, but for me, it wasn't to be. C'est la vie.
Oh, it's awesome.
I had a lovely adventure, I had a great time, and I'll look back on this quite fondly.
It's just the most exciting, amazing thing.
Catherine will be back for the quarter-final, where she'll face 3 other exceptional cooks.